Okay, so during my time at IDS, I honestly learned a lot, and I've narrowed it down to four things. And those four things are managing my time wisely, becoming an academic weapon, and then the resources at Seminole State, like helping with your career and the library. I'm gonna start with managing my time wisely. When I was at my high school, I honestly did not manage my time to the best of the ability. I was a really, really big procrastinator to the point where a lot of my teachers had to ask me, like, Mariah, are you gonna get this work done in time? And I was like, yes. I missed a lot of assignments because I just didn't care or I was too lazy and I had no motivation to do a lot of my schoolwork. It honestly wasn't until senior year that I got a little bit more motivated. But going into IDS, I was honestly not happy because I was like, this kind of seems like a pointless class and I don't want to do this work and I'm so lazy, blah, 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 blah. But IDS honestly taught me how to manage my time wisely. Having an online class is really important for me, which is why I selected all of my classes next semester to be online, because I think I'm learning and advancing academically way better than I would be in a regular class, and that is because everything is on my own schedule. This semester I didn't have any classes on Thursday, so I was done with school by Wednesday, and I also really liked having my weekends free. So I would set a time frame for me to get my IDS classes done, and that would be Monday to Wednesday or sometimes Thursday. And I would complete my assignments in that time frame, and that carried on to my other classes. I started doing that for English and my speech class, and it honestly really helped me. I felt more motivated. I felt more accomplished. I wasn't procrastinating anymore. It was so helpful, and I'm so glad that IDS pushed me to do that, because honestly, like Professor Foxy were sending messages like, get your assignment done early, don't push it back. And I was like, okay, like let me just do it. And once I did it, I was like, wow, like I felt so much more relieved and so much more accomplished in myself and in my work when I started doing the assignments ahead of time. So that is something that I really, really value now, thanks to IDS. There is a term going around called academic weapon, and honestly, it's basically when you are doing really good in school, you're not procrastinating, you're doing good work, you're communicating well with teachers, doing well on tests, completing assignments good, projects. It's basically when you feel really confident academically, and that is how I feel now, and I think it is because of IDS. In the beginning, IDS was honestly something that I was kind of like just pushing off to the side, and then when I started to incorporate time management, and I started learning how to do IDS in a proper amount of time, that is when I started to feel more accomplished in my work, and so that is when I started putting more effort into my work. I was making my work better, I was perfecting it, or trying to perfect it. I felt more confident in the work I was submitting to IDS, and because of that confidence, that also carried out into my other classes. So I've noticed like it's kind of like a chain reaction. Like I do good, and like IDS is kind of like my what is the word, like trial run, and then like I test it out on other classes and see that it does good too, and I'm like, IDS did that. And then I'm going to say the last two things are the Seminole State resources. I went into Seminole State so scared. I had no idea what to expect. I was nervous. I didn't know anything about Seminole State. I literally registered like 2, maybe 3 months before I had to register for classes. Like it was just a lot. I was stressed out. And so going into IDS, I was like, what is this class? Like I'm confused. But when the class started, and there was just like a lot of like information dumped on me, I was honestly really thankful for it, because I was so like out of tune, I guess, with how Seminole State was, that having like all these information dumped on me, like, hey, we're Seminole State, this is what we do, this is what we have been doing, this is what we expect. I was like, oh, okay, perfect. Like now I know what to do, what they expect, what they have. And that was so helpful. throughout this semester, I learned two resources really that I really think I'm going to be using, and that is the library. The library is so much bigger than just a library. It has people that can help you with schoolwork, people that can help you find like resources to use and papers that you need resources from. It's just so big, it's so nice, and I definitely think I'm going to be putting a lot of work. I definitely think I'm going to be using the library resources a lot, especially next semester when I go into English too. And then Seminole State also has really good resources for when you're trying to find your career path. There's two career things that they offer, and that's Occupational Outlook Handbook and then the What Can I Do with This Major, which are both really good. It helps you explore the careers by major, learn more about your career, how to get jobs in the area, employer strategies, stuff like that, job growth, and it's just so interesting and so helpful. So I'm definitely think throughout my time at Seminole State, I will definitely be using that resource, and it's brilliant for me. So yeah, those 3 or 4 things were really stuck out to me, and I think I have IDS to thank for those 3 things, because I wouldn't be where I am now, or I wouldn't know what I know now if it wasn't for IDS. So thank you.